Good morning. I want to go over what you're going to need to do while I'm out today, and I thought I would make a video to make it a little bit more interesting and just to make sure that you hear all the things you're supposed to hear. So I'm going to go through the work that you're going to be expected to do today. And yes, you're going to have to do work today. You have to make sure that you get enough done so that you're ready for a formative on Friday. So you're going to have some work to do, some videos to watch, some practice to do, and you're going to have to take some home with you. So yes, you're going to have to take some home. Even if you're not used to doing work at home, you're going to really want to make sure that you do this work to make sure you're prepared for your formative. Elimination is going to be on your summative, and it's also going to be on your final exam. So it's super important that you make sure you know how to do elimination. If you're typically someone who doesn't do work, this is now the time that you need to get things done. We don't have a lot of time left. So just to go over quickly with you before I talk about today's work, next Friday, June 8th, is going to be our exam on systems of equations. So we have practiced graphing, we've practiced word problems, we've practiced substitution, and now we're doing elimination. So if you don't learn elimination, that's one of the 3 methods that we've learned, and you're not going to be successful on the test. I want you all to be successful, so I'm giving you today to learn how to do elimination through the videos that I've created and to do practice so that you'll be prepared and ready. So that being said, the work that I'm about to explain to you needs to get done during class, and whatever you don't finish, you're going to need to take home to do as well. You're going to need to make sure that you have everything completed by the first 30 minutes of next class. So you'll have all of class today, you'll have time when you're at home, and then you'll have 30 minutes at the beginning of class on Friday. The last 30 minutes of class, you're going to take a formative on elimination. So please make sure that you pace yourself and so that you're going to finish all of the work by the time that formative starts on Friday. Now, if you are a go-getter and you decide that you want to complete all of the work between now and when you come into class on Friday, we can use that time to go over questions. I can give you some mixed review and things like that to help you be more prepared for your formative. So let's talk about some of the assignments that I'm leaving for you today. Remember last class, I gave you this worksheet, video solving systems of elimination, only need to add. And I asked you to do it for homework to watch the video. So please find that now. If it's not done, you're going to need to start with this today. But if you came in with this already completed, you can fold it in half and glue it into your notebook. It's going to be the first of 3 videos that you're going to watch on elimination and glue into your notebook. So if you're all set with this, you're good to go. So your next thing you're going to do is you're going to do practice 1. It looks almost exactly the same. It has 6 problems on it instead of 4, but you'll notice the titles are even very similar. Practice 1, solving systems of elimination, only need to add. So this matches up perfectly with the practice that you did with the video. The next thing that you're going to need to complete is to learn the medium type problems of elimination. So that is where we have to multiply one of the equations. So notice the title here is different. So you're going to go onto Schoology, you're going to find this video. It's actually in 2 parts. So you're going to watch both parts, complete the whole worksheet with me, and then you're going to be ready to move on to the practice that goes with this. So we have practice 1, solving systems by elimination must multiply 1. So that's easy problems and now medium problems. Then we're going to move on to the a little bit harder problems, but still none of this is really, really hard. This is very doable. Elimination is probably easier than substitution. So this video is about multiplying 2. So you have to multiply both equations in this video. So this video goes pretty quickly, but once you get the hang of it, it's really fast. You can even pause the video and do the worksheet yourself and then double check to make sure you did it correctly. And then following that, you're going to have practice just like this. So if you can get to, let's look, we have 6 worksheets that need to be completed. If you have finished this worksheet for homework, you're going to start here. If you complete these 6 problems, move on to the video in 2 parts. And maybe if you're on this practice 1, by the time the end of class happens, you can then take home these 2 worksheets with you. You can do this last video at home, start this practice, you'll have 30 minutes in class to finish it, and you'll be all ready for your quiz. So remember, I'm not going to be here to nag you, to tell you to sit down, to ask you to get to work. You have to make sure you're doing that for yourself. I know it's going to be really tempting to just blow the class off and not do anything, but you really can't do that. Everything that is on these practices is going to be on your test. You have to make sure you finish this year strong. You have to make sure that the grades that you've been earning, the grades that you're going to earn on the next summative and the final are going to really solidify what you've learned in this class. So you don't want to settle for a low grade. You don't want to knock yourself to the lowest grade or lower grade than where you're at now. You need to make sure you're pushing yourself to be successful, even though I know you're tired, even though I know it's difficult this part of the year. We're burnt out. We don't want to do work anymore. You still have to finish strong. You have things that you need to learn and things that you need to show you've learned this year. So please make sure today that you're being very productive, that you're working your hardest, that you're asking questions of your neighbors and helping each other out. And then you're going to be successful on the test. And you're really going to finish out the year strong with the grade that you really deserve. You have a lot of potential. You need to make sure you're using it, and you need to stay focused. So do what you need to do. Put in your headphones or whatever you need to do to make sure that your work gets done today. And remember, if you don't finish stuff in class, you're going to need to take it home. Our test is next Friday. We don't have a lot of time. We have this week to learn eliminations. We have 2 classes for that. Monday we're going to work on, or Monday or Tuesday, whenever I see you next, we're going to work on word problems, then we're reviewing, then we're taking the test on Friday. So there's not a lot of time. We don't have time for you to be behind. You need to nail this down now because the word problems are going to be difficult if you don't know elimination. So please make sure you're working hard. Please make sure you're motivating each other. And let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message on Schoology, or I will talk to you on Friday. So have a great period. Work really hard. I believe in you. See you on Friday.